Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
All right, buddy.
We're back to talk Southern Charm. This is season 10, episode 11, right? I got that right.
Yep.
Make sure you like to subscribe here, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all your Bravo coverage right now. Brian's covering Summer House. We just finished the season of Southern Hospitality, did the reunion as well. And obviously, we're going to finish out this season of Southern Charm. Brian, the Bahamas saga continues. We did get the finality of Shep's not girlfriend.
Jeez.
Unreal. Talk
Brutal
about
TV.
watching it was like watching slow and painful unwelling. And Shep just talking to the bartenders, talking to anyone who will listen,
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
giving
Just
away the
makes
same
sense.
tooth that he gave Taylor, which is classic. And we'll get
Yeah.
to all
Oh my
that, but
God.
I do think we should talk about the Craig and Austin and mainly the Craig stuff, right? That we ended the episode with. Craig and Austin have been sniping at each other all season. A lot of this coming from people thinking and saying it's Austin being jealous of Paige, really, and Craig being fake. And look, I could understand missing your friend, and we've talked about this throughout the season. Austin's just a little bit whiny about it. And but Craig, to be fair, it definitely does put on a front. He exaggerates. He definitely sells it hard, right? And it's a little bit extreme. Well, Craig gave us a little bit more insight tonight. The first time we've ever heard him call himself an addict,
Yeah.
right, Brian?
So,
Now, tough and tough to hear him here, and I could relate to hearing him talk about, just basically knowing he's got to stay in or else it's going to be too much. Um, I don't know. I thought it was like you said, we haven't had a lot of real moments this season. We've had a little lack of that this season. So, it not that you like to hear about it, but it was nice to see something real on the season.
right, because Shep waxing poetic about his and his diving into his fake relationship. I feel nothing there.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything about it because it's like he is weird on TV with that. So like that he can be sad, but it's not a sad that I want to relate to or be like
Yeah.
support. Or it's just he's strange. But yeah, this one really hit me a little bit because obviously he's admitting that he's an addict. They reference some points where I don't even remember her name from the first couple seasons. Like says something to Craig about you have an Adderall addiction. Do you remember her name?
Cassie? Uh,
We're gonna get killed for this, but this is like a main OG cast member. I can't remember, but they
Cameron,
show
Cameron, Cameron.
yeah, she flashback of that. But really, what I think was what was deep was like he's like Paige really helped me. Paige made me like see the right path. She's really supported me. Blah blah blah. And like because we all know what's gonna happen. And he was truly sad there. Like they were both like kind of crying, weren't they? Wasn't Austin crying too?
Oh, for sure they were.
So it just shows that they just need to have a normal ass conversation. Like and I know they were drunk here, but like everything they do, they're always like intoxicated and like who knows what they're actually on because I don't know. The stuff that Shep was talking about sounds like he was in doing some extracurricular activities on top of drinking when he was, I stayed up all night on a beach chair or whatever he was saying. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it was definitely snowing there, but I just, admitting that I think was like a big thing for them because I actually think that then it makes sense. Like, hey, maybe this is how like they mend their whole friendship. They open up the bar, obviously, and like the Page stuff is recent, but they had the bar way before Page, right? Or the works of it.
Yeah, they had the bar.
They
Yeah, yeah,
had
yeah.
a
The bar
bar.
was open before the breakup. Yeah.
Yeah, so this to me is like this is the up and up for them because they
Yeah.
actually finally had a conversation and it
Well,
like
especially
was
because we know where they are now with the
yeah.
business and stuff like that.
I
And
think it's
now,
this moment.
yeah, and obviously friends tend to be able to push back together a little bit more, post a breakup where maybe, and it's not a big secret that it's not like Paige and Austin and Shep are all really each other's biggest fans, right? And, you know,
Well,
probably
Austin's done
all
himself.
right in certain ways.
Yeah, well, Austin's done himself no favors, like screwing over like some girls on Summer House
Yeah,
that
Paige's friends. Yeah.
Sierra and like
Yeah.
he dropped the bag so many times.
See the amount of women, the beautiful women that
Like
that
yeah,
dude has dropped the
it's
bag on.
so pathetic.
And he's gonna end up with somebody like very nice, I'm sure. But like, the
God
women
bless that
that
girl.
the vixens that he's
God bless that
lost,
girl. She's probably
he's
so
never gonna
nice.
hold it, either of them forever though.
Yeah, we'll see.
Uh,
it just sucks. I mean, because we just know it's gonna happen, and like I just felt like that was like a real person. You can like take like Creed. We all know Craig can be messy. Craig can be annoying. Like
Yeah.
you can have your opinions about Craig, but like you could tell just the way he was talking about it and the way he was like having his emotions. Like this means a lot to him, and then you just know that that's over. It's gonna be like, oh man, like that.
No,
And
I know it's
Bravo
tough.
probably when Bravo filmed that, they obviously that's a good moment. But like watching that back, like, oh man, we got triple the value on that scene. I think because that
The
is
editors are like, ugh.
yeah, they're over here just like
Like I'm sure they feel bad, but they're like, gotta do what I gotta do,
yeah,
Craig.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, gotta do my job.
Mhm.
This one a storyline that frankly I thought I was losing interest in, Brian, but with again the beauty of TikTok and social media, I'm kind of back in on a little bit. And I'm talking about the JT and Venita stuff, right? So in the show, as of right now, he left, but they're texting back and forth. She's alluding to something happened in that hotel room, whether something physically happened or there was illusions or something verbal besides now the texting, right? She's saying that the girlfriend should feel bad if he has a girlfriend. Now the girlfriend has come to social media now, Brian.
You're breaking news to me right here.
His girlfriend's come to social media this week and said, "This girl, Venita, is kind of an a-hole. I met her before the season started filming and was introduced to her as JT's girlfriend." So the fact that she's doing this stuff and also that dinner, and this is Vanita said this, that dinner where she cooked the bronzino for him before they went to the Bahamas actually happened after they went to the Bahamas. So I think for the storyline, they thought it made better sense for that, but the dinner is actually after, and the girl is saying like, this girl, like, what? Like, because I met her before they started filming, and I'm seeing all this stuff they filmed now, and that what she, at least what she's saying, and it's like,
Well, that'll be fun on the reunion. I
so
can
that
bet.
I'm like back in on the reunion with that part specifically, where I didn't really care. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I got friend zoned, whatever, and that wasn't gonna be the focus, but now that will come up,
I
right?
saw something on the Reddit that like she like exploded on somebody on like about the fake drowning. Did you see that?
Oh no, I didn't, but that's funny
That
too.
she like cussed someone like why? Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but again, we've been saying this for a while. Like we don't know why she's on the show, and it would. We don't really. I don't really know who. I don't believe all these people that their personalities are what they like show us on TV. I could see it like I don't know.
Oh, I
It
agree.
messy. But yeah, hopefully they talk about the reunion. I mean, it already filmed, so
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about is that this may have came out right after they filmed the reunion. So we will see
but even
based
just like her
upon.
like talking like a text message, she's like, "Oh, you saw that?" And then she's like, "Oh, you want to see it?" Like she was like hiding it, and then remember like, and then I don't
No,
know if
that
you
she
saw.
wanted her to see it.
Yeah, it's just like give me a break. And
And none of them like him, so it's not like you're gonna get much support other than if you want to hate on him. So decide if you like him or you hate him. But
yo, we
if
didn't
you
bring
want him to
this.
hate, like this is gonna be I mean, that's my opinion.
We didn't bring this up in hospitality, but JT got like a notice on for spilling the Joe Bradley gay news. How small is that? Like these people are all hanging out. Like
Well, it's one block.
JT looks like he's 40 and like hanging out with Joe Bradley and
I
all these.
want to go, dude. I want to go in the spring. Trying to go for like a weekend or something. Just go down to Charleston. I want to go to the spots. I want to go to Republic. I want to go
So
to the daiquiri place now that's Leva's that's apparently racist. I want to go to I want to get a wiener. What else is there?
got to go on a Sunday. So I saw online that no locals go to these places. Like
Yeah,
it's
good. I don't care.
yeah, I mean it's just it was really fun seeing people.
I want to buy an $80 pillow.
What from Craig?
Yeah.
Well, I think Craig's different than the bars. Like they try to promote these bars like they're amazing, and like nobody local goes there, and I'm like, that's really funny to me.
Some of them hospitality people definitely still work at the bar.
Oh
I
yeah. Oh,
at
at Republic,
Republic.
definitely. Because what else are they gonna do? They're dumb as rocks.
Well, I'm saying there will get to a point where a few of them will start Vanderpumping it. That's all I'm saying. Like they won't be there
That's
anymore.
Mia. Mia has like actually being a competing for Miss wherever she's
Yeah,
competing.
but she wasn't there pretending to be a server while she was doing that. You know what I mean? Like most of the,
Oh,
I
okay.
think Vanderpump. I think you get to like season
And they're
probably like
working like
six
one
or
shift
se
a week.
I was gonna say like 6 or 7 probably is where a lot of them probably stopped working there.
Working like one shift a week.
Literally showing up like Lala, standing at the hostess table, filming her scenes, and then walking away from the hostess table, like
Yeah.
to go get
It,
pasta.
I just want to get to the reunion here. Like we're on fumes. Like you think tomorrow the finale is next week, or you
No,
don't?
because they would have said it.
Oh my God,
Right, that's why I thought we were on
what else
12.
is
I'm upset
happening?
because last year
What
was
else is happening?
last year was four. I remember we looked this up last week. I think 14 and 15 were the reunion. So it's like we still have 2 more episodes, I
God.
mean.
So we have the Page comes to visit dinner, and then that's
I think Shep's gonna hook up with what's her face?
oh
Molly.
Molly.
Yeah. That'll be like the thing
Molly
that
pretty
comes out
good.
in the finale as like a and no one's gonna really actually care. And so I don't really know what they're gonna end. They just this frankly, I hate saying this because this is so crappy to say. Imagine going into this finale and reunion and like just the end of this season of Charm without the Paige and Craig breakup.
It
Like
would suck.
it
It
would
would
be
just suck.
bleak, cause bleak.
It'd be so boring.
Summer House probably the same, right? I'm not caught up, but would you say that it would?
No, because Paige and Kyle are beefing currently. We're
I
only
know they're beefing, but do you think they would? But that revolves around Craig, though, right? In certain
I
ways.
mean a little bit, but it also like Kyle. They're fighting about Hannah also.
Do you think she could actually buy Loverboy?
I don't know what's worth. Somebody commented like Kyle acts like he's the first business person to ever start a business, and it couldn't be more true of how like personally he takes every attack and like defending the business. And yeah, I don't know. I think stuff's gonna happen on that show because we got weirdos like hooking up with each other and being weird, and looks like
I
we're gonna
don't
have
think Paige can buy it. It says that it's worth 38 million. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much she makes for the podcast tour. I could be wrong, but
look. The drinks are 50-50. I've had them. Some of them are
I didn't
good.
like the couple that I had, but I also want to try the other one now, the Craig one, the Spritzer or whatever it is.
Is he a spokesperson or just like an
He's an
owner?
investor.
Hmm.
That's why Kyle's beat hurt.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't invest in Loverboy then if the breakup happens.
It's like I swear I can't like stand the idea of having to catch up on like 10 seasons with that dude. That guy's got such a hate the face for me.
What are you talking about?
Kyle Cook. I just have such a hate the face for that guy. I'm like, oh, I can't believe
Oh, on
I
Summer
up on
House?
this show watching 10 seasons of him.
Oh, look, man, I will say that some of them are pretty good. He's a baby. He's a man baby. He's the definition of a man baby, but it's still a good show.
No, I'm good. No, I'm not mad about having to catch up on the show. I'm mad to have him for all of it.
It- yeah, yeah, but you get some good stuff. The problem with that show is they're not even like they're not even going out like they used to, man. They used to like do what we did in college. Like you drink all night, then you got to go back to the city in 3 hours. And how are you going to get there? Be
Yeah.
way more relatable than what they're doing now. We're like doing goldfish ads.
Yeah, because they're all millionaires.
Yeah.
It's all good, but yeah, so we're gonna be back next week. The doesn't seem at like finale. Maybe it will be, but I don't
Maybe
think it
tomorrow.
is. And we'll be back for the rest of the season. Check out Summer House, check out our hospitality coverage, check out everything else we have going on. Everything from Survivor, Amazing Race, The Bachelor. We just finished up Traders, Love is Blind just completed. We'll review that tomorrow night after the reunion event. Plenty of things, 90 Day Fiance, Love and Hip Hop. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at the reality, guys. But thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace.